good afternoon to everyone, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to the final event of the World Wood Day 2016, and it gives me great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you again this afternoon. We have been continuously celebrating World Wood Day since the year 2013, which was started from the country Tanzania, then 2014 in China, 2015 in Turkey, and present 2016 at the top of the world, Nepal. We are very honored to have with us here this afternoon our chief guest, Mr. Uday Chandra Thakur, Secretary of Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation. Chair of the event, Dr. Vishwanath Oli, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation. Special guest, Dr. Howard Rosen, the Chairman of World Wood Day Foundation. Special guest, Dr. Mon Lin Ko, Vice President of International Wood Culture Society. Guest, Director General, Mr. Phanindra Kharel, Department of National Park and Wildlife Conservation. So before we proceed forward this afternoon, I would like to request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. Can we have the music for national anthem? By presenting you with a national music performance by a student from Srijana College of Fine Arts. The upcoming dance performance is Chariya Nritya. Well, it is devoted to God Manjushri. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a huge round of applause for our first opening performance this afternoon.
गुरु वज्र धर शैव तस्मै श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः गुरुभ्यो नमः गुरुभ्यो नमः।
Namaskar. Charya is ritual dance of Niwas Vajracharya. In short, Charya is discipline and practice. And just now I performed Guru Vandana. Guru here means not a teacher. There are 3 gurus in this Guru Vandana. First guru is Buddha. Buddha means knowledge, and second guru is Dharma. The things, duties and responsibilities that we fulfill is Dharma. Karma nahi Dharma ho. And third guru is assembly of 4 plus 5, 4 elements and 5 senses. Elements: fire, soil, water and air, and 5 senses: eyes, nose, ears, mouth and body. And combination of these 3 gurus is Vajradhara. Saiva poses like this, and I did first this Om with this hand gesture, which means Kaya, Vaka and Chitta. Kaya means body, Vaka speech, and Chitta is spirit. And with this all 3 Kaya, Vaka, Chitta, we devote ourselves to these 3 gurus, Vajradhara. Thank you. And next I'm going to perform Nam Sangati Charya dance. And Nam Sangati, Nam means names and Sangati means assembly. Names of 5 Buddhas or assembly of 5 Buddhas. And after performing this dance also, I am going to explain it. Okay? Thank you.
Ah पिता आहनमा मीनमा मीसी नाम संगीति आया गाना आदि साम में गाना संगीति रूपाई रूपा बिहारा नाम संग्रहिता नमा मीनमा नीसी manju bajra.
Just now I performed Ram Sangati, and I told you before this is assembly of 5 Buddhas, and in first line there is 12 vowels. A, E, U, A, I, O, A. A means mother, and mother Aji, and A means father Azu. This is mother and father. They symbolize, they give us love, care and protection. And after that I did this hand gesture, E. Again this symbolize Kaya, Vaka and Chitta, and also place where we born. Okay, and after that I did U and U. This U represent crow face, which means day, and this is owl face, which is night, and this is meeting point of day and night, skull sandhya, twilight. And after that A and I, this is laksha, and this is bhed, target and target oriented. Okay, and after that I did this O and O. This is posture of Manjusri. Manjusri holds here book Sarva Jnana Nidana Pustaka, in which you can find every answer of your every question and every solution of your every problems. And here is Kharga, sword, and with Kharga we will cut off your all negative vibes, Irsha, Moha, Dvesha, all negative vibes which is inside your mind and body. Its main target is to purify your body. And lastly, and we devote ourselves to the Gurus and Nam Sangati. Thank you. My teacher, Yageman Pati Bajrachare, he taught me so nicely, and my guru teacher Suresh Prasad Mishra sir, Hani Shrestha ma'am, and he always inspired me, Arun Shrestha sir. Thank you so much, and thank you Manju Ali, my friend, for this beautiful makeup and dress, and thank you Dipenji for his wonderful voice, and thank you Subhima Shrestha for this golden opportunity. Thank you so much.
Now moving on. Well, the exhibition World Wood Day 2016, it started from 21st of March and it's still going on. Well, today is the closing ceremony, And it gives me great pleasure to share with you all that it has been a grand success, and this wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for everyone who was involved with World Wood Day 2016. Let's give a huge round of applause to everyone. Now moving on, I shall now invite group leaders on stage to share their experience and to give their remarks about World Wood Day 2016. So starting off, I would like to call on stage from Pavilion, Mr. David Best from USA.
Mona asked me to describe with one word what my project was about. And I thought about it, and I had two words and they didn't work. And the third word was gift. When I came to Nepal, the people of the village that I worked in gave so much to myself and to the 15 people that I worked with. They shared the loss of their village, they shared food, they shared labor. Mike and the woodworkers shared so much with us. It was a gift. We tried to return the gift to the community by creating some type of enthusiasm. I felt working in the village in come on, help me, Bangmati. I can never pronounce it. It was a village that was destroyed by 85% by the earthquake. When we went there, we were talking about building a grand project that would have cost thousands and thousands of dollars and impacted the community in a very negative way as far as I could see. We had to step back and look at the village and recognize what our role was in the community. And it certainly wasn't building a large temple at the expense of people who had very little. We thought at one point, we considered building a stupa out of plastic chairs. I thought that would be nice. I don't think Mike liked that idea very much. So we went from making a stupa out of plastic chairs to asking the people in the village if they'd share some of the wood from their broken homes. We bought some wood from the village at wood cost firewood price, and a lot of the wood was given to us by the villagers. We worked with probably 10 to 15 wood carvers who carved the base of our project and carved some of the decorative elements. We ended up, they were asking me today, was it a successful project? What did it mean to you? Was it beautiful? I'm between the Turkish woodcarver who spent 5 years carving a beautiful boat and the South African woodcarver who spent a half an hour carving a figure. Somewhere in between there is where our project fit. We weren't necessarily manifesting craftsmanship, but we were trying to represent the generosity and the loss that the village had. That's what we did. The project was very frustrating because there was so much work to be done. Mike, who organized this whole entire thing, was up until 4 o'clock in the morning every night trying to figure out how to get equipment to us, how to get people coming in on the airplanes, how to provide food. It was an incredible, incredible project to try to manifest. And when I say gift, I want to thank Mike so much for what he's done for all of us in inviting us here. That's, I think, probably the most important thing. The only thing I really want to say is thank you so much to the International Wood Society. I mean, I think the wood culture, I mean, they busted their ass to make it comfortable for us. And they were so generous and so kind, and as well as all the people of Nepal. So thank you very much.
I I would like to request David to stay at the center of the stage for a while because we've got a beautiful token of love for you. So I request Mr. Sunil Turadhar from Banumati community of Nepal to please come on stage to hand over the token of love. He made this sculpture by himself. Thank you so much. Now moving on, before I call upon another speaker, I request all the group leaders, the speakers in fact, to make their speech not more than 3 minutes. I'd like to call on stage from Nepal, Mr. Shyam Sundar Kawan, Tier Temple. Please come on stage, and I would like to request you to share your experience. I would also like to request Mr. Jacques Verzi from USA to please stay standby, because after this I'll be calling you.
Thank you. Once again, welcome you all. I pretty much don't have much things to say, but I would like to start up with it's really an amazing project that we had done. If there is a place where the people knows much about temples is Bhaktapur. That's what I would like to begin with, is because I've seen people from Bhaktapur, mostly the carpentry team, who have made the project which was already a possible project. They have completed that project within just a week. Since I would like to say sorry for Mike that we had the decision only before 9 days, the project that we had done it right now here. However, this project it looks very simple. Looks very simple, but it was so comprehensive. It had almost like 531 timber pieces, varying sizes. It had 422 joints, which supported almost like 7 tons of timber. Those are all the typical, very hard and stubborn wood that we have in our country. That's why this is to remember Mr. Philip, who has always been inspiring and taking this project as a baby of ours. Probably for most of the people in the town, probably for most of the people in the country, because the severe damage that we have right now in which we have used the timbers too. And this project initially had a concept of showcasing the indigenous technology that we all use in our building culture. From very simple joints to the erection of a huge structures like temples. So it's still a baby and we have to care it a lot. And I would like to request all of the Nepalese people not to forget it. They want to have a care. They want to make it still mature. They want to still explore it again for erecting their future buildings to come up in our country. That's what I would like to say. And for it to make it a grand success, I would like to thank Sign Wooden Industries, of which I would probably say Mr. Balaram Shilpakar, who is one of the traditional ethnic community group who is responsible for this temple, and Mr. Bhakta Kushi, the owner, the proprietor of Sign Wooden Industries, and my fellow carpentry team who have worked days and nights to make it a success, and of course the design team from App Design Consultancy who have done it, who have had a very deliberate technical support for this project, and of course I wouldn't like to forget Mr. Mike and Professor Wei Wang from University of Hong Kong, who have always been keeping up by my side to make it anyhow possible for the project, and of course Mr. Phillips and Pisan, who have always been showing me the pictures that we had done, that we have been expressed during the projects, which always has inspired us through our way till now. Though it is not a common experience that we can share with other people from around the world. But I would like to thank that we had that opportunity right now here in this arena. Thanks a lot to all of you. Thanks a lot once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kawal. Now moving on, I'd like to request Mr. Jacques Swerzi from USA to give his remarks. Also would like to request Luis Antonio de Lenin from Guatemala to remain standby for your speech.
Namaste. Many of you probably don't know that we had a collaborative project here. You don't know about it because we started in Bhaktapur. We had 20 artists from 16 different countries. 5 of those artists were Nepali artists, and 3 of them were from Bhaktapur. We decided as a team to make an interactive sculptural object that works as a playground. That playground is at a secondary school in Bhaktapur. It is 8 meters long, 2.9 meters high, and weighs over 3 tons. And it will stay there forever for those children to enjoy. We felt that that was more important than making a sculpture to bring back here for World Wood Day. And that serves a greater purpose than any of us can do by bringing something artistic to the Academy. We also did another project that you can see here when you leave this room. It's outside in front of the lobby area on the street, and it's the Brick by Brick project. A couple statistics on the Brick by Brick project, because many of you in this room were involved in that. It ended up being 282 bricks, weighing 250 kilograms, 130 artists involved in that project, 55 countries represented, and 53 species of materials, of different species of wood. It represents so many things. One of the things that we decided for our project, naming it Brick by Brick, was also to have a tagline in Nepali that says, one after another. So not only the Brick by Brick project, but the playground represent that term, one after another, little by little, adding things together, rebuilding, renewal, and we all know how needed that is in Nepal. So the team, on behalf of our team and my co-leader, we thank you. We hope you enjoy seeing our projects. If you get to Bhaktapur, please try to visit the secondary school and see what we did there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So now I'd like to call on stage Luis Antonio de Lenin from Guatemala.
Muy buenas tardes a todos. Es un placer estar aquí. It's a pleasure to be here in Nepal. When I was born, I realized that there were 2 things that we're giving in life. One is to be awake and one is to be asleep. And all of us share that as a human being. When I'm awake, I try to be as awake as possible. And when I'm asleep, I'm trying to fall asleep as deep as possible. There was one thing when I was 6 years old. Like I said, I sleep very deeply. But there was very, very strong voice that wake me up. And it was really deep, and it came from the center of the earth. It was the earthquake that I lived at my age of 6 years old. Coming to Nepal is like a lot of memories come back. Those walls that have sustained with pieces of wood and are keeping those buildings from falling down. All of those memories just situate me in that moment of my life when all of a sudden we didn't have a roof, we didn't have a place to cook, we didn't have a way to get to the other place. And all the work that I was doing is to follow my dad, digging for bodies from the rumble. And my case, as a child, I have very strong memories of all of the sudden falling maybe a candy store that was destroyed, and I would find candy under the pieces of dirt. And recently, when I just came to Nepal, I had this dream. A lot of the woodworkers that I have just met were in that dream. And we were in this bus, this truck, and things were not working in the truck. Everyone was in the bus, and a lot of people were telling me, hey, we need to get there, we need to get there. And I couldn't help it. Then all of a sudden, people start helping each other, And all of a sudden, the bus started moving. Not because the power of gasoline, not because another came and rescued us, but because everyone was pushing it, and we were able to reach our goal. I really want to thank all the volunteers from this event. I would like them to stand up. If you are here, if you're a volunteer, please. They were the ones who pushed that bus to get to the goal. A lot of us were inside the truck complaining about why the truck is not moving. You know, they made it go. They made it happen. Together with a lot of the effort of International Wood Society, the Nepalese authorities, and all the luck that happens after an earthquake, this was able to happen. We had lack of gasoline, a lack of butane, a lot of the tools. But that made a lot of poetry too. How that poetry is visually seen. You can go to the gallery, you're gonna see the music here. You can see a lot of art already made here. That's the poetry that came with the cows that we had. What is when humans have those needs, the most deep emotions come out. Frustration. A lot of emotions were expressed in the beginning. We had people who shipped some tools here, but they are in the border between India and Nepal, and they never made it. However, their piece of work is even more. I talked to one of the artists last night, and he said, well, I have 15 chainsaws, or maybe 14, I don't remember the number. And I needed those 15 pieces of different chainsaws to make my piece of art. And in Nepal, I made it with 2 or 3 only, or maybe just 1. This country taught me that we don't need that much, that when we want really to make it happen, we can make it happen. A lot of the other events in Turkey and China, we didn't have those needs. Without those needs, a lot of woodworkers, of artists, didn't have the need to communicate to each other. They didn't have the need to approach the person next to them and say, can I have some sandpaper? Can I have some oil? Oh, you make it this way. I can fix it that way. All of that communication happened here in Nepal. And a lot of the artists have deeper relationships because we were able to resolve with less. I really want to thank all the Nepali people for showing us that when things are not there, we can make it happen. And no, we can only make it happen just like that. We can make it happen with a big smile in the face, just like every Nepali person that I have met has it. Thank you very much for that lesson.
Thank you so much, Luis, for that insightful speech of yours. Now moving on, I would like to invite on stage Andy Chen from USA to share his remarks. Also would like to request Mr. Steve Bullman from Australia to stay standby. Thank you.
Yes, I probably represent the smallest group at the event here, the woodturners. We have only 4 international woodturners here, one from France, one from Israel, one from Morocco, besides myself. And we did have a local turner as well that joined us. We have enjoyed the event immensely. And I just wanted to say we really appreciated the hospitality here, and I hope we have inspired some younger people to want to do wood turning in the future. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shen. Now moving on, I would like to request Mr. Steve Bowman from Australia to give his remarks. Also would like to request Laihua Wang from China to please come forward.
So to familiar faces and all of my new friends in Kathmandu, it was my privilege and huge pleasure to be project manager of the International Young Adults Furniture Making Invitational event. A little over a week ago, 12 invitees from all corners of the globe assembled here in Kathmandu. Some of them had never been in an aeroplane before. They were met by 14 leaders who were returning World Wood Days who performed splendidly in either Turkey or China previously. And to maintain a connection with our host country, Nepal, we had 4 Nepali woodworkers who I thought worked extraordinarily well with us. Our group of 20 shared 13 different languages. Individually, our first time World Wood Days had to make a small desk and chair for a child to use in a home environment. Collaboratively, our 4 teams had the design task to make a larger seat and table for the use in a school by a number of students. We took the emphasis off our event being a competition. We were not competitors. We were not working against each other. In fact, we were even working more than just alongside each other. We were working with each other. We used plantation timber to show that the new generation of timber specialists, technicians, designers and manufacturers are aware of the importance of timber and the importance of plantation timber. Our project was, the project brief was given to everyone so that our product had an end use. And we sincerely hope that a very small gesture in perhaps a village which has to be totally rebuilt will appreciate somewhere for children to sit and learn. We measured our success by smiles. We started each day with a smile. We were affected and infected by the smile of the Nepali people, and we smiled at the new friendships we made. To measure the success of our project, we think we've created miles of smiles. To the people of Nepal, to the people of Kathmandu, International Wood Culture Society, Mike Howe, and again our magnificent volunteers, can I thank you so much.
Miles of smiles indeed, Mr. Bowman. Thank you so much. Moving on, I would like to request Mr. Laihua Wang from China to give his remarks. Also would like to request Ping Yang from China to remain standby. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. In this 2016 World Wood Day Folk Art Workshop, we have 13 international groups of folk artists to exhibit, demonstrate, as well as set up workshop for audience. We all come from 9 different countries, and interestingly, some of our works are same in nature and different in presentation. There are 4 groups of copies from China, Czech Republic, and Indonesia. 2 groups of print from different provinces in China. Another 2 groups of woodworks from United States and Egypt, one made by poured machine and another one by hand saw. There are also some other aspects of folk art, including Arabic calligraphy from Syria, automata from Japan, traditional toys from Russia, and popsicle art from Yemen. I myself is a collector of wooden cake wood, and I have also brought a small part of my collections to display. Apart from the international group, 8 Nepali groups who are living inside and outside Kathmandu Valley are also invited to showcase their household works, which are made of wood. One of them are Roti people who are living in the jungle of far western part of Nepal. It was a good opportunity to meet them and see how they carve wooden containers with their primitive tool. I think most of the audience who came these days were very impressed by the girls dancing and playing some special music instrument called kastar and chattergoli. In addition to the ethnic groups of Taru and Roti, Tamang and Chaipang are also invited to display their works, demonstrating the rich culture diversity of Nepal. Actually, I would also like to highlight a wood sample exhibition prepared by WWD University. I should say, our group in past these days work very hard and put their energy in their works. They make things and talk with audience, especially those lovely children, lovely students, show their culture and knowledge to the audience and make changes with them. We really enjoy our work, including me. And in Nepal, in these days, the International Wood Culture Society really provide a very good place for artists from many countries and areas to show their talented and their creative works. Furthermore, to show an important concept that the wood play a key role in our life, and that we must respect the wood and the protection of forests and protection of environment. Also, obviously, through this event, these special activities, the people's friendship and good relationship are encouraged. I really feel about directly, and we found a very good opportunity to learn from each other and make friends and set up good relationship. I should say we thank the society for their wonderful work. Wood is good. Wood is really good. Last, on behalf of the folk artists, I would like to thank you, Krishna from Aesong, who is a coordinator of the local participants. Also, I would like to thank all the participants, collaborators, local coordinators, as well as volunteers from Kathmandu University. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wang. Now I would like to call forward Ms. Ping Yang from China to share her remarks. Also would like to request Mr. Andrew Wong from Malaysia to remain standby.
Because the time is limited, I put this slide quickly, slideshow. So it's really a great pleasure for me to have 4 classes with 71 students from local schools. So the main theme for us is to like the kids to know why wood is good and how good wood is. So firstly, I asked them, what's your image of wood? Do you think wood can be cut down? Almost all the students said, no, we cannot cut down them because we should preserve our nature. Then I asked them, we should think the things from 2 aspects. One is from the ecological friendly and the others from the human friendly. Then to think about 2 kinds of forest. One is the natural forest. We cannot cut them because that's our human heritage. We should preserve them absolutely. Then to make the sustainability, because the natural forestry is all the wildlife's homeland. They are their habitat. That's why we cannot cut down the natural forest. For the plantation forest, it's just like a crop and vegetable. We can plant it, cultivate it, and harvest. And replant it, cultivate it, and harvest again and again repeatedly. So for plantation wood, we can use them for all our surrounding earth. So the second aspect is from the human-friendly wood, use our 5 senses. I asked them to see the wood from a visual, auditory, aromatic, and tactile aspects. As an example, I showed them it's just because the length of the different plate, we make it as a cylinder and put a ball in, how beautiful it is. It's a simple teaching material. And all the wood musical instruments use wood very frequently, just because it's like a speaker. If I put the finger to shut down some transmit to the cylinder, you cannot hear the friction. It's very low, right? Then I put my finger here, you can hear just like speaker, transmitted it a resonance. Actually, it's an Indian toy called manda. Just like from croaky. Kids like it very much. It's a simple teaching material, right? Wood is good. And the word is just not just cut down it or drawing a hole. It's amazing functions. You see here, if we raise our mouse with 3 cages, their survival rate is so different. That's why our human and all animals love wood house so much. So let me see the amenity of wood. Let's all say, wood is good. Wood is good, right? Thank you. Why wood is good? Why wood is so easy for working? Because it's porous structure. It's easy to work just like amazing toys. I show you here, we can use wood sticks to bubble. Someone maybe think it's impossible, but please try. if you dip it in the soap liquid, you can bubble. That's why it's light and it's easy for woodworking. That's the amazing toys. You see the hole is so small, how can you put this arrow, big arrow, pass through? That's not magic. That's advanced wood technology. You see, wood has shape memory characteristics. If we sulfate it with high temperature and water, it's softened, and we can press it very easily. Almost for this sample, Japanese cedar, we can press it into 1/3 in dimensional. And we dry it and cool down it, that's keep the small size temporary. Then we put it in hot water again, it's recovered almost completely to the original dimension. That's why we can make this toy. Kids like it very much. They make them curiosity to wood. That's cubic arrow DIY activity for all the kids. They like them, and I told them the mechanism, how can we do that? Okay. And they are so interesting to observe the recovery. See, they all wear small gift on their clothes, made with their smile. So finally, I asked them to do an activity of I love tree drawing. I'd like them have feedback my lesson to show what do you think about forest felling and what is your impression on wood. Look, that's their drawing. They understand my lesson very much. They put forest into 2 kinds, which wood can use and another is illegal. And they also enjoy Chinese folk art performance. Enjoy. As a summary, I'd like to say they recognize the relationship between forest reservation and wood utilization. It seems different things, but if we understand different kinds of forests, we can do that. And to be literacy of wood. Finally, motivate a high curiosity in wood through DIY, through their own experience. So I think this wood education class plays great role in cultivating new acknowledged generation in Nepal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now moving on, I request Mr. Andrew Wong from Malaysia to give his remarks. Also would like to request Mr. Steve Ambrosi from USA to remain standby.
I think half of you may not know that I represent the International Research, the International Union of Forest Research Organizations, but nevertheless I've been asked to present a report of the proceedings of the symposium that took place over the last 3 days, whereby more than half of you have missed it because you have been involved necessarily with the other activities in around this building during the last 3 days. So I would say namaste. Ladies and gentlemen, and IWCS has organized cooperatively with the Ministry of Forests and Soil Conservation. This is yet another successful World Wood Day Cultural Symposium. It's organized in collaboration with a lot of important NGOs, such as the IUCN, the UTC and Tribhuvan University, and of course with the support of IUFRO, and it's up to 14 Nepali governmental and private organizations that are involved in making this event, semi-scientific event, highly successful. The 4th World Wood Day Symposium was held from the 21st to the 23rd of March. It featured 4 keynote speakers and precisely 41 oral presentations and 4 poster presentations, all dealing on a potpourri of topics aligned with the World Wood Day theme, nature and culture in Nepal and the world. Well, there's a variety of topics that have been featured, and for the information of the general audience, these topics would include the fundamentals of wood technology and innovations of wood and fiber materials, the choice of wood species for various wooden structures and wooden artifacts, the historical and cultural significance of forest environments and wood products or materials, the Nepali forest management strategies in forest landscape restoration for a greener future, the design with wood as an art form, an architecture of traditional wooden tall buildings in Asia, issues of climate change effects on Himalayan forest vegetation and biodiversity, damaging consequences of fire, earthquakes, and drought on forests and wood products, ancient civilizations such as Egyptian civilization that we've heard of, and the present traditional wood crafts, and much more. I need another day to tell you the rest of the story, but I'll try and get it done in 3 minutes. Well, the World Wood Day Symposium certainly succeeded in fostering networking among the many international wood and forest-related experts present, and much new knowledge, hopefully, and awareness on wood culture from around the world were shared via your oral presentations, your poster presentations, and more importantly, your coffee breaks, your tea breaks, your luncheon break. That's where you start talking to each other about things that is on your mind in relation to this topic. Well, for those of you who missed what happened, what transpired during the World Wood Day Symposium, I urge you to go to the World Wood Day website, and in a few months' time, presumably, you will get all the information about what transpired during the World Wood Day Symposiums through their presentations that has been done. So, there's a wealth of information that is being collected and put on site for the benefit of all of us and more among who are not here, to have awareness about World Wood Day and awareness about traditional knowledge, awareness about the wood culture, and also, don't forget, without forest, you don't have wood. So forest culture is also integral to your whole consideration about the use of wood and the respect for wood as a sustainable material. There's just one comment. If I'm given an opinion, I would like to add that in future World Wood Day Symposium, local organizers would consider inviting research students, undergraduate students, those who are related, and academics as well, who are related to wood science or forest-related environmental studies in places where the World Wood Day celebration has been held, so that they will certainly benefit from the deliberations and the presentations by all the experts concerned with wood culture and these issues. They all come from various parts of the world, and they're all under one roof for the 3-day symposium. So would it be fantastic if the local organizers in future also bring students in, and therefore a good starting point for more exposure among the community. So regardless, I would say that as with previous World Wood Day Symposiums, the 2016 one was very well organized by IWCS and the various Nepali organizers. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wang. In between, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Gokarna Bista, ex-Minister of Energy. Wherever you are, I request you to please stand up and show your presence. Mr. Gokarna Bista. Moving on with the remarks, I would now like to request Mr. Steve Ambrosi from USA to come and give his remarks. Also would like to request our last speaker, Karuna Buratoki, representing the volunteers from KU, to come and stay standby. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the people of Nepal for the hospitality here today. It's been a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you. In the past, participants of the World Wood Day have suggested that there be an opportunity to learn about other participants while working here. They said that it would be good to have more exchanges of ideas and establish friendships. So we decided to have 4 open forums in Kathmandu for 1 hour each, where program participants could explain their work and their expertise and their love for wood, because we all know what? Wood is good, that's right. If you stop and think about the complexity of this week and what it means to everyone that's sitting here, over 100 countries represented, coming here to talk about what we all love, wood. Isn't that just amazing? I can't get my head around that American expression. It's just a wonderful opportunity. During the week, we had the opportunity to listen to wood architecture, the pavilion projects in particular. We learned about wood design. We learned about wooden folk art, Indonesian puppetry, Czech marionette, children's events, Yang Ping, you just heard of that. Collaboration project with Jack. Wood carvers, musicians, it was just phenomenal. Could not have done it without all the help from everyone that participated. If you attended these sessions, you learned that many wood turners enjoy using recycled wood instead of new wood. The musicians talked about the different types of instruments in Lebanon. We learned about the elephant in the room by the wood design team. And as we heard, we learned from the children's event that mice live longer in wooden cages than they do in metal and concrete cages. I would really like to thank the folks that helped me put this on this week. First, I'd like to thank the staff of IWCS for their diligent work in pulling the people together. I'd like to thank the Nepal Academy staff. At one time, the last day, we had 5 people up there trying to get a projector to work. Just phenomenal, very, very supportive. Thank you so much for that. And last, I'd like to thank the participants themselves, because it took time away from their busy schedules to come in and talk to us. But you heard some of the passion today about what they have. We heard a lot of that during the week too. And thank you, IWCS, for this opportunity to participate.
Thank you so much. Now finally, I would like to request Ms. Karuna Buratoki from KU to give her remarks.
Namaste. A warm good afternoon to everyone. I am here today on behalf of all the 53 volunteers from Kathmandu University. We would like to thank the International Wood Culture Society, International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation, and all the organizers of World Wood Day 2016. This is truly an amazing platform for us students to experience such vivid cultures and to get acquainted with such wondrous people. we feel very fortunate that our semester break was in sync with this event, hence providing us the opportunity to get involved in it. This was an invigorating experience, and we express our gratitude to our university for entrusting us with the responsibilities. To conclude, we would also like to show our utmost gratitude to all the coordinators and managers of the various events for being the knowledgeable, cheerful, and motivating mentors without whom we could have never found the boost we needed to give our best efforts during the volunteering. And most importantly, a big thank you to all the kind-hearted participants and the friendly wood enthusiasts. This has truly been a marvelous week, and we hope that you all have had a very good time, a wonderful time as we have had with you. Thank you, dhanyavad, until we meet again.
Thank you so much. And yes, with that, we shall now move on to certificate distribution. Like I said earlier, this event wouldn't have been successful if it wasn't for everyone's effort for the success of World Wood Day 2016. So to hand over the certificates, I would like to call on stage our chief guest, Mr. Uday Chandra Thakur, Secretary, Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation, to please come on stage. We have certificates for all the participants, but I will only call out the name of the group leaders from each aspect. So starting off, I request Mr. David Best to please come on stage to receive your certificate. Moving on, I request Mr. Shyam Sundar Kawan to please come on stage to receive the certificate on behalf of your team. I request Mr. Cillian O. Sullivan from Ireland to come on stage. From wood carving, there are a few leaders here, so I would like to request everyone to come on stage together. Zaire Pumte Villader from Spain, Matimela Mesharek from South Africa, Jose David Wells from Puerto Rico, Jujukaji Maharjan from Nepal, Lin Suisan from China, Lim Suni from Singapore, Alma Marie Zihad Abdullah Said from Oman. Ladies and gentlemen, as they receive the certificate, I request everyone to give a huge round of applause for them. I request the chief guest to hand over the certificate together to all the participants. Everyone together. Thank you so much. Moving on from wood turning, Eli Avisera from Israel, Bashra Bahadur Silpakar from Nepal. I request you to come on stage to receive the certificate. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Moving on, I request Venka Ovenova from Czech and Buddhi Dongol from Nepal to come forward to receive the certificate. Congratulations. From Symposium, Victoria Essensi from Spain. Music, Le Adu from Benin. Congratulations. Priyanka Chauhan from KU Volunteers. Congratulations and hats off to your efforts. Mr. Shyam Thakal from Fenfit. Congratulations. And finally, I request Mr. Steve Ballman, Furniture Making, to come on stage. Thank you so much, Chief Guest as well. You may now proceed.
If I may just steal 1 minute of your time, please. It didn't seem right accepting the awards on behalf of our young furniture makers, though they come from a very diverse background. Some of them are still at school, some of them are employed, involved in timber, but they all put in very, very hard work, and we couldn't go without recognising the work that was put in to represent the groups. Could I ask, please, Jacob from Austria, Jakob from Austria, Kate from Australia, and Anjali from India, who represent the groups that made the young furniture makers, if they could come down and accept the certificates. Just to sum up, in my country we have a joke that starts off, there was an Englishman, an Irishman and a Scotsman walked into a bar. In Kathmandu, the joke in my section is there was somebody from Morocco, Egypt, Austria, Australia, and it goes on. We've had a wonderful time. You can tell we haven't worn out the smiles, and we do hope sincerely to be involved in the program next year. Namaste.
Now moving on, I request Dr. Howard Rosen, the chairman of World Wood Day Foundation, to please come on stage to give his remarks.
First off, I would like to thank the hospitality of the Nepalese people through Minister Thacker and all the people involved with World Wood Day this year. I would also like to comment about the fact that every time I walked, which was many times, to the Yak and Yeti Hotel, I had to cross the street. Now, if I cross the street in the United States, I go to a stoplight or a stop sign and I cross the street. Well, I couldn't find any of those on the way. And also, at certain times, the traffic was just continual and I didn't know what to do. How was I going to get to the other side of the street? Now, for people who live in Nepal, it's common every day they do this and not even think about it. But for somebody from the United States, I had to stop and think about it. So a very attractive Nepalese woman came over and said, just walk. So I said, okay, and I did, and I'm still here. So, we have 350 guests, 100 people from Nepal. That's 450 people at this meeting from 106 countries. We've had 30,000 people from the community come in and look at this program. People come from different ways. You have different ways of looking at life, different philosophies. And you've all come to World Wood Day with your different ways of making wood products. And just like me, trying to cross the street, I've learned new ways. And many of you here have learned new ways to work with things, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. I would also like to point out that this has been going on for many years. I've been involved with wood culture for 10 years. And this would all not be possible if it weren't for the vision of the director of the International Wood Culture Society, Mike Ho. And we deserve a big round of applause. Mike, would you please stand up? Thank you very much for making all this possible. So, with that, that's all I have to say. It's been wonderful meeting you all. I've had a great time. It's a very interesting place to be, and I look forward to seeing many of you at the next World Wood Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rosen. Now moving on, I request Dr. Mon Lim Ko, Vice President of International Wood Culture Society, to come forward on stage.
Time flies. Good time is almost over. This year we had nearly 50 paper presentations in the symposium, and we have just heard Dr. Andrew Wang had a detailed rundown. But briefly, the multidisciplinary assembly explored the ways to reach wood sustainability. On behalf of the society, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to our host for the hospitality and the support. To those who are leaving Nepal very soon, have a good journey home. For those who are staying for a few more days, enjoy it. Thank you all for coming, and see you all next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, moving on, I request our chief guest, Mr. Uday Chandra Thakur, Secretary of Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation, to come and give his remarks.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, Dr. Howard Rosen, Chairman of World Day Foundation, Dr. Moon Lim Kiu, Vice President of International Culture Society, Honorable Foreign Ministers, distinguished guests and participants, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and pleasure to be here at this closing ceremony of World Wood Day 2016, jointly organized by Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation and International Wood Culture Society. Government of Nepal, under the leadership of Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation, is pleased to host this a week-long, our first event in Nepal. We received incredible support from our various partners, including international partners, to make event a grand success. I, as a chair of organizing committee, express my sincere gratitude to all individuals and institutions for their support in different capacities. During the week, scientists, artists, and professionals demonstrated their skills and expertise through a lively program, musical concerts, furniture making by young artists. The academic symposium was able to bring eminent scientists, professional practitioners to share their knowledge and researches, which not only provided an ample opportunity for cross-country sharing, but also provided foundation for future academic exchange and collaboration. I strongly believe World Wood Day celebration contributed well in effective and efficient use of wood and wooden materials and in the enhancing cross-cultural exchanges. Wood is good. This is what World Wood Day message brings to all. However, a pertinent issue discussed during the symposium, are we doing good to wood? This is what we need to take seriously to do good to wood. Managing our forest resources sustainability. We need to realize there is not any substitute of wood, rather than wood is only its alternatives. This is the message we can take home and committed for sustainable forest management. The theme of the fourth World Wood Day is nature and culture. Culture and biological diversity are interlinked with each other. Our traditional culture is a part and parcel of our traditional practices in managing biological resources. The culture around the globe provides foundations for protection of nature. I believe this World Wood Day event provided us a strong message to link our culture with nature conservation for our future generation. Nature is always good to us, not only for human beings, but also for all creatures, providing all basic for our lives and livelihoods. The materialistic lifestyle, however, is threatening to nature. This is high time to rethink if we are doing good to nature. Let us realize eternally the nature is for all, not only for present but also for future generation. This is our responsibility to respect our nature and to contribute keeping our nature as it is. This important event through various programs and activities has been able to convey a strong message to protect nature for all of our future generation. Let us show our commitment for the same on this special day. I am happy to share with all that Government of Nepal is committed to continue possible future collaboration to initiate innovations and projects to promote wood culture and wood-based economic growth and sustainable development. Nepal's reconstruction and recovery after 2015 earthquake is crucial for revitalizing our economy. This event has also been able to bring wood perspectives and role of wood in reconstruction and recovery. Government of Nepal will positively consider the recommendation of the event in its recovery and reconstruction program. Once again, I appreciate the contribution from all individuals and institutions who directly or indirectly involved making this event successful. I will thank you.
Now we shall present you with some international music performances. Excited? There you go. First, I would like to invite on stage a dance performance from Egypt. The band name is Nile Sons. It's an Egyptian folklore. Well, a little bit description about the performance. Egyptian folk art depends on machines, wouldn't characterize accurately in the craft, such as rababa, and be accompanied with dances such as tanora and sticks, and famous around the world to perform as well. I bet this dance is going to take your breath away. So without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Nile Sons. performance? Well, they are art trio violinista and Pavel Lukoyanov. They've got a very small message for everyone. Their message goes like this. Thank you for World Wood Day. We have the chance to compose this new song for the event. It is called Russian Wooden Fantasy. Hope everyone can enjoy the music and love for wood. Presenting group from Russia.
applause for Russia.
Thank you so much, everyone. And yes, in the meanwhile, there's tea and coffee and some refreshments outside of the hall so you can enjoy. And once again, let's say wood is good and happy World Wood Day 2016. Thank you so much.